Lovely people, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name is Kirsten and this is where I art and craft, and it's lovely to have you with me this morning. It's morning, no it's not actually, it's gone 12 now, it's afternoon. I'm so far behind. This is the 2nd of December and I'm only just getting started with Tracie Fox's daily, December daily, and we're at the Christmas Cottage. This year Tracie has done 5 stories, well, husband Jay's done 5 stories, and this each week has got a different story, and for the first week we were in the Christmas Cottage. I will link Tracie's videos below, and I will also link the calendar below where you can click and get all the individual collaborators. The kit is massive, you can get it on Etsy at Love Junk Journals, which is Tracie's Etsy shop. You can also get it at her website. I'll link that down below as well for you. Tracie has done a journal and shows you how to do the journal and incorporate the stories in the journal, and I'll link that video down below as well. There's going to be loads of links down below, isn't there? Never mind. I'm doing it slightly different. I've read next week's story and I listened to this week's story. There's a video that goes out on the first day of each week that has the story on. I'll link this week's story down below for you as well, which is the Christmas Cottage. But I've taken something out of next week, and that's how I'm going to do this. So I'm not making a journal as such. Instead I'm going to make a selection of files. And so this is the first file that I'm going to make. And what this is this is not part of the kit. This is available on Tracie's website, and it is a freebie. There's various colours, different colours. That's a, okay, I've already prepped that. There's various colours that this paper comes in. It's all kind of slightly different. I think there's 10 sheets. I could have that wrong, but what I've done is I've put this on a £62 300 GSM card. I've printed it on both sides, and this is going to be the base for my file. Now what I want to do now is I want to score it, but I don't want to score it in half. So we've got 11 3/4 inches. So that would be, oh, here we go with the maths. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a score at 6. Okay, and I'm scoring at 6 so that then I can make a tab on that top bit there. I'm going to do that first so that I don't end up having the tab all wrong. Now let me see, I want this, whoops, oh, I've put that in the corner round it instead of the tab one. Oh dear, let's try that again, shall we? Right, and if we take that out, I think I decided, because I've got to get 5 along here at the end of the day, haven't I? So I think I decided I wanted to do the medium-sized tab. Don't know whether this is going to, no, it will. Well, I've got this out. I'm just going to round the corners. go. Because this is really thick card, even the scoring doesn't, and then it does kind of sometimes crack a bit, but I'm okay with that. We'll just ink that all up. These papers of Tracie's in this kit are fabulous. There is plenty of variety, so whatever you like, I'm sure there'll be something that will float your boat. I'm just inking with walnut stain. And I should have done that. I should have stamped that first. See, but it does bring it up to that one. That's the thing. You've got that double standard of, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. That means it's this needs to be the front. I prefer my tabs to be at the back, so that when you, but that means it needs to be at the front. So that means yeah, it's yeah. So I've got two images I've printed out. One to go on the front and one to go on the back. So I'm now going to stick those down. You don't need to see me sticking down. You know how to stick down. So I will stick those down and then I'll be back. Oh, I'm going to ink them first because inking them is a good idea, Kirsten. Okay, so I've stuck that on the back. I've stuck this one on the front, and I've moved it over because I want to put, this is another sheet of this paper that's a slightly different colourway. It's a kind of tealy colour, but I want this bit, and I want a bit of paper that's going to fit in there. To do another bit of this paper for on. So we've got those which we'll deal with in a bit, and then we want to decorate the inside, but I've got a message and I need to go and do something quite urgently work wise, so I'll need to come back to this and hopefully I'll get it finished today and get it uploaded. But the sun's just come round as well, and then the sun hits my desk. It's but what I'm going to do is I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and then I can come back when it's finished. I'm going to decorate the inside with these bits. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to use this fireplace or this fireplace. If you listen to the story, you'll see, right, that file. If you listen to the story, you'll see there's talk about making a wreath. So I've got that wreath to be made, and I'm going to sort of have that. So this is decorated, and a file would normally hang like that, and then you'd sort of bring it out and open it like that. But I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to keep it like this so that I can put the fireplace down here, put the wreath kind of over here-ish, something like that. I might use this fireplace instead because it's smaller, but I really like this fireplace, and actually I think it goes better. So I'm almost certainly going to use that fireplace. But I want to, and I really quite fancy putting this window in as well because I just think it balances it all up. So it's about telling the story a wee bit, because they look out the window, they see it, there's the door, but the only door is an outside door. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this for the inside for decorating. But I want to do other things to these bits. I need to go and do this work. Let me just quickly, I have a notion for something and I don't know whether it's going to work or not. So let me experiment with you. I have somewhere another image that has a candle on it. I don't know if this is going to work. There, it's there. So I don't know if this is going to work or not. But you can see on this, the kind of flames aren't very obvious. And what I'd quite like to do is get a cocktail stick. I'm wondering if a cocktail stick might be too big. Well, we'll try with a cocktail stick and then we'll try something else. And I've got 3 of these. I have got Rudolph Nose in the Dream Drops. And I've got, what's this one called again? Yellow Brick Road in the Vintage Drops, and Postbox Red in the Vintage Drops. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is, if I do a drop of yellow right at the bottom there, and then a drop of the post box beside it, and then a drop of Rudolph's Nose, which is absolutely glorious. Oops, we've got bubbles in there. Let's just, here we go, see. Here we go, now a drop of Rudolph's Nose at the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cocktail stick and pull that up in the hope that that kind of creates a bit of a flame. Only it's the wrong way round. I should have put the yellow at the top, and I don't think I need both the reds. So let's try that again. That's not worked, so it doesn't matter if I make a mess of that. So let's try that again with the yellow at the top. Then a drop of Rudolph's Nose. Yellow Brick Road, that is. Rudolph's Nose. Might not be enough red. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And we'll pull it up this way this time. Oh, that works better. Oh, can you see that? So I'm going to do that on these. Shall I just do it now? And then it's done. It gives them time to dry. Right, so if I do these, then it gives them time to dry. I'm going to have to be careful because I haven't got as much room that to make as big a flame, but let's just see. So let's put a wee drop of Rudolph's Nose. Oh, that's worked really quite well. And I want to do the same with the fire, so let's just do that now as well. So let's put there we go, like that. Very pleased, delighted with the candles. Pleased with that. Now I'm going to go and do this bit of work I need to do, and then I'll come back. Maybe by the time I come back the sun will have passed as well. because I want to decorate these 3 before sticking them on the page. Or what should I decorate them? No, I want to decorate them before sticking them on, because it's easier that way around, I think. So I'll be back shortly for you. Okay, so much for days off, but that's done. Also, while I was on the phone, I remembered something, and that was I had to take that bit I put on, stuck on there, because I'd actually got this typewritten label, didn't need a bit underneath it. So I took that off and I've stuck on Christmas at the Cottage, because this file is Christmas at the Cottage. And what we're going to do is we're going to decorate these. Should have maybe showed you these flames a bit closer up. Can you see that? Going to decorate these. Oh, and that was the other thing I was going to do as well. Let's decorate these first. I'm going to use some glacial paste, or as I now call it, glacial paint, because although I still use it through my stencils as well, I'll probably use it more for painting than through my stencils. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the red, which is Hot Red, the Golden Era, and the Galaxy Blue, because I thought the Galaxy Blue would be really good on these blue holly leaves. I love these blue holly leaves. And you just use it a bit like a paint. I'm just going to go round. I'm not going to do every leaf, but I'll do, well, what I'll probably go round and do is the highlighted bits. Let's just get them highlighted even more with some little bit of sparkle. Now you don't need all these different colours. I'm afraid I've got a bit carried away with the glacial paste. You could use the Frostbite, which is a pale blue but really good for frosty colours, or you could use the glacial white. There's also a Quicksilver, but it's a bit more silvery. The glacial white is quite silvery as well, actually. But right, then let's get some red on those red holly leaves. Or is it poinsettia leaves? Maybe the reds, maybe put some on the berries as well, some of the red. And this is the goldy one. Is that off the lid? That's all that bit. If I wrap that in that wet cloth until I finish, then that'll stop that drying. I'm going to just put these aside a minute so that they can dry before I put them in, because I don't want to smudge them in putting them in. There is something else I was wanting to do decoration wise with the inside of this, but I haven't totally thought it through. And if you've listened to the story, there's one decoration that's also mentioned, and I'm actually going to use this tag to try and recreate the idea of it. I'm using this, well, it's a kind of, yeah, it's like a big tag, these two big tags. Okay, so I've got these 5 strips, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a paper chain with them. I think what I'm going to do is I'll use my scissors. Oop. I'm going to cut that in half long ways and in half that ways as well. It's maybe a paper's a bit kind of thick. Let's try that. Right, I've ended up doing 7 chains on the paper chain, because I think 7's probably quite a good number. And my original thought was then I would squash it and put it in the file, but now I'm thinking, and if you're not doing this, I mean, you don't need to do this by all means. If you're doing an ordinary, that's not the right word, because if you're doing a journal as opposed to something like this, you could actually make your paper chain into a dangle. You could have that dangling off your journal if you wanted. But so what I'm thinking is maybe what I will do is I will dangle it off the tab, but it might end up just getting in the way. In fact, it almost certainly will just end up getting in the way if I do that. So I'm back to the squashing it that I was originally going to do. And I'm kind of sad about squashing it. So do I just dangle it on the front here? I could dangle it on the front, couldn't I? I could hang it from that. Because it's the first one, it would then hang outside, so it would be less of a Right, what I'm actually going to do is, for now, I'm going to put it there, until I decide what I'm actually going to, how I'm going to use it. So that's all I'm going to do for this, for today. We've made the our folder. We've got our, oh, I'm going to, she says, and then she says, no, no, she's not. She's going to paint the front of this. I believe she'll paint the front of this. So let's just want to do some of, that needs to set, dry, whatever you call it. I'm not doing, this is I'm not going to decorate this one at all. I'm just leaving this one as is because it's the back. And that's not why it's not getting decorated. I'm not decorating it because I'm not. I've got other things that I might end up doing at the back, on the back sheet here. But I'm not decorating that. That will be dealt with at a later date when I'll explain what that is all about. I think that's enough for day one. I know it's day 2, it's the 2nd of December, but it's for me, this is day 1. You might get another, I might do catch up. I might not. I might just kind of put out videos when I've got stuff done. I might do a wee catch up. But basically you can now see what I'm planning and doing, and for each of the stories I'm going to make a folder. And you will see where the folder, need to push that down. Did you notice I bent my card the wrong way after scoring it? Once it's let's just try. Oh, I've got a bit of something caught in that. There we go. I don't want to force it, but because I've now got that bit on it inside, it's, there we go. See, it's lying down now. Well, better than it was. It'll end up popping up again because there are things going inside it. But that's day 1 of my December daily. You take care. Thank you so much for watching. If you've happened to pop by with December because of December daily, thank you. I hope I might see you for some more of December daily. You take care. Remember, keep crafting. Bye.